Here we have another very popular plant in Las Cruces. These are palm trees, and this one happens to be probably a hybrid Mexican fan palm. That's a hybrid with the Mexican fan palm and the California fan palm. And when this winter, they all look like they were dead. You know, after the freeze of 5 below, I would have thought they were dead for sure. But here we are. This is 2.5 months later, and if I pull this up, you can see here we got new growth starting to come in. Now I'm going to show you how to prune that. And here, this particular stem here, this leaf base here, there's some fungus here. This leaf, 2.5 months ago, this leaf was way down about here. And it pushed all the way out up to here. So this was attached to the top of this right here. So this has come off. It's no good. None of this is any good. What we'll do is we'll get a pair of pruners here. Now you want to be really careful with this. They have really bad spines along the leaf margins. Generally it's a good idea to put some gloves on, but I'll be real careful here. Want to prune these back. You see these were just cut off. That's not as attractive. We'll prune these right off here. Get to the center here. Normally when we're pruning a palm, we don't want to prune past the horizontal because these leaves, the leaf bases support the center bud here. But since we had such a bad freeze, we're going to just take them all off for now. And I know you may get some that'll topple the leaves, they'll kind of flop over, but we'll get this all cleaned up really nice here. You can see the bud coming out. Move all this. Let's see, get this one back here. This is a young palm, and at some point when this gets bigger, you're going to need to use the saw. And once this tree gets really big, you're probably going to have a professional come in and trim your palms for you, because they'll grow anywhere from 40 to 60 feet tall eventually. And I don't think you'll be able to get up in it too well. So for now, being short, we can get around this palm, get rid of these, get all these off of here. See, we've almost got that all the way back. You see a little bit of fungus on here. What you want to do in a case like this with the freeze, or anytime you're growing a palm, you never want to get water down the center bud right here, because it sits like a little cup in here. You get water down in there, it can start bacteria and fungus and rot the center out. So I've heard a number of different people tell me to treat them with a fungicide. While the fungicide is good to treat it, help prevent the rot, you have to mix it with water. So it's a cutting edge thing that you get water in here, which you don't want, and you get the fungicide. So in all, the best thing to do is probably just leave them dry, keep them as dry as possible and let them grow out themselves. Here we are in front of another hybrid fan palm, and I'm going to put my gloves on for this one because these leaf bases are pretty sharp with the thorns here. What we have here is we have a leaf, and you can see it's all brown from about here. Again, this much was down inside the palm, and this was sticking up, so this froze out. And what we're going to do is get in here and remove these leaf bases. Again, cleaning it up. A little determination, a strong hand, and obviously a strong pair of pruners. You can get in here and see how that is removed. If you don't like the way these ends look here, don't remove the green tissue, just come out, nip that off, remove that end of the brown leaves here, that won't hurt it. Leave this green tissue here to make more chlorophyll, more energy and carbohydrates for the palm itself, and that'll get it growing faster. Again, remove all this dead stuff. Don't wait till it gets down too far. The older they get, the more woody they get, the more difficult they are to remove, and you need a saw. So just get in here, remove it all. Everything looks nice when you clean it all up. Naturally, these palms in the wild, nobody goes out there and removes it, and they help protect the palm from the cold and that. But when you live in the town, like in Las Cruces here or any other cities, these are a fire hazard, and these can catch on fire really easy. So it's best in the city in these conditions to remove them. So this palm is all cleaned, ready to go. got the new growth coming back, the new green leaves. They look really healthy. There's nothing wrong with this palm. Doesn't need to be treated any other way except water it from the base, not from the top. And then we'll have to clean out all the rest, what's behind it, the oleanders and some of the other stuff. We've already seen some palms already that show some green coming out. Well, here we have a palm and people are saying, but it looks totally dead. Well, one way we can try and see if it's alive is try on the center. You take the center leaves and you pull up. Look, it came out. Normally that's not a very good sign. If it pulls out, generally that means it's rotten. And you can look at this, there's fungus all the way around the edges here. But I'm still not going to give up hope. I think this is probably still alive. It's broken off pretty clean here. It seems like, you know, the other palms around that are the same variety, this is a Pindo Palm, are all coming back. So we'll just keep this clean. What we'll do is we'll go in here and we'll trim back all these leaves. We want to keep the center dry. What we'll do is we'll move all the leaves from it, open it up, take all these off. These palms are very nice. Like I said, the name of it is a Pindo Palm. The other name is pineapple jelly palm. This palm actually makes a very good fruit. And it really does taste like pineapple. And the reason why you make jelly out of it is because there's a lot of fiber in the fruit itself. So if, you know, you can eat it, but it's gonna taste like eating a chunk of wood. So we'll take this off, like I said, down here. Doesn't look like too much right now. You got this kind of a stump here. Now if you could take a flashlight, it's pretty dark in there, but with the sunlight right now in the middle of the day, I can see down there, you know, it looks like something's growing, but it's probably a little better if you could take a flashlight and shine it down there and see if you can see it growing. From what I could tell, the bud is probably right about down in here. The bud isn't actually up this high. It's protected down inside here. And in drastic cases, you could cut this back even further to keep this dry. The important thing about palm trees, when they're damaged like this, is to keep them absolutely dry on the top. Water from the roots, keep the top dry.